Hello, we are live. Thank you so much for waiting for us to get started, to get all our ducks in a row. We're doing a casual write-in productivity sprint tonight. Oh, wow, there's a lot of people here. Thank you for being here. Leslie said, I'm ready. We're so happy to have you here. Say hey in the discussion section if you are also here and going to be working with us. And let us know what you're working on. What's everyone here working on?
Des, you're muted. As long as you know that, that's cool. I am working on edits, revisions.
Yay.
I am reading A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross because I have to return it to the library by the end of the week. So.
How long are you through it? Are you almost done?
No, I'm only like 120 pages into it. So I'm like, I gotta read
fast then.
Yeah.
I will probably be revising something unless I decide to draft something instead.
What about you, Des?
I am trying to finish dinner, so I'll be hopping on and off. Because I had a mishap and the fire alarm went off, and I had to jump on really quickly, so I was very stressed. But after that, I'm gonna work on some stuff for work. First day of school is Tuesday, so got a lot to do.
Exciting.
And I am not positive what I'm gonna do. I have really bad anxiety, and I had a terrible anxiety today. So we're just kind of. I wrote a very sad poem this morning, and I might try and turn it into a piece of horror flash fiction. I might work on a rom-com. The only thing I know is I'm not going to be working on the thing I'm supposed to be working on, which is revisions for my vampire book. So
I really admire the fact that you write poetry. If you're anxious, I stand in the shower and cry. So I feel like that's a step up.
Yeah, this was just right at the beginning of the morning. Okay. The anxiety had only just started. Gotcha. But I had an idea and I was like, that'd be sad. I should write it down.
You need the creative stage before going. I was having a sad day yesterday, 2 days ago, and I tried to watch Sandman, the new one, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I watched the episode that was primarily about death, and I was like, this was a bad decision. That's not a good decision.
I wonder if Mercury is in retrograde because I also had a bad day yesterday.
No.
I got an iced coffee and I got home and then I spilled it all over the floor and had a panic attack.
I spilled coffee all over the driveway yesterday. A whole cup of it.
Yeah, it was I hadn't even taken a sip of my nice Starbucks coffee that I just got home with. It was
curse you, Mercury, and your coffee spilling for
curse whatever planet is the cause of this.
The cause of me dropping my coffee in the driveway. It's definitely the planets.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello to Brooklyn and Bobby and Misty Kate and Cool Gamer. Welcome, everyone. We're very glad to have you here. Misty Kate is reading and reviewing a friend's chapter. Then maybe we'll try to work on some fanfic. Fun.
Nice. You should tell us what you maybe already have, and I apologize if you have. Hello, Kelly. Misty Kate, what fanfic are you working on? Of what fandom are you working on? I'm very curious.
We've got Kelly in chat. Joe Catherine here, but brain mushed.
Relatable.
You're in good company.
Yeah.
Yes. Join us.
So we've been trying out a new format that's a little more productivity based. Not to say that writing sprints are never, ever going to be back. But this one, we're going to try out a productivity format again. Where we're just a little more casual. We might fall silent, be working for a little bit, and then if someone has a question or a comment to discuss, we might pop back in with some discussion. I want to say last time we did this, it ended up equating to a little bit more writing time. A little bit more productivity because no one wants to be the one to break the silence. We'll see. I'll have to do make an Excel spreadsheet or something to actually track it at some point. Hi,
I like-
Rachel.
I like that Rachel has specified she is eating potatoes.
Yes.
Sounds
As
good.
opposed to
I
other
wish
potato activities.
I was eating potatoes.
Delicious.
I don't even have potatoes, man.
That's unfortunate.
I know.
Sad. I'm sorry for your lack of potatoes.
Mhm.
Andrew Walker is cooking and maybe writing. He'll join Desiree in the cooking area.
Hopefully with
Bobby
less
Joe.
fire.
Yeah. Bobby Joe said, I haven't written too much recently because I moved to a new place this past month. I'm still living in an obstacle course of boxes, but I wanted to start getting back to my writing.
Oh, welcome to my
Been
world.
there.
Me and Bobby can be pals. Because, like, if you have a look behind me, this is, oh, there's a box right there. Note right there. Covered in boxes. I really like the idea of it being an obstacle course / maze. It makes it sound cooler than it actually is. So
I feel like just when Aaron got used to like figuring out which direction to point behind
now
her,
it's
he
changed.
moved.
Yes. Yeah. It took me a good years. I was gonna say a good few months. No.
Leslie
Oh,
said, I think I'll work on the story I'm planning on submitting for a contest. Fun.
Ooh, nice. Good luck. Misty
Is it
Kate says, I have too many fanfics I'm working on. Hobbit, Mando, and believe it or not, 1980s Days of Our Lives. Nice.
That's such
Love
like
that.
breadth. Like such,
Yeah.
such range.
Sci-fi.
A wide
contemporary.
range. Yeah. Prolific. I love that you're working on a Hobbit fanfic because I cut my teeth on terrible Lord of the Rings fan fiction. Like everything was also inspired by Lord of the Rings. All of my terrible fantasy novels were basically Lord of the Ring ripoffs, but then I wrote some blatant Lord of the Ring, just like fan fiction. So
I never got super into the Lord of the Rings fan. I would read a lot of it, but I didn't write a lot of it.
I
a lot
was
of
like-
Stargate fanfic.
I'm going to date myself here, but I was on the internet when forums were a big thing. I mean, they still are,
we
but
know
like
forums.
forums still are, but like forums were all that you had initially when I was first like, I feel like I had the broadband dial up and everything when I first started out, like they on the phone. And so I would get onto Lord of the Rings forums and chat with other people, and we would start terrible fanfics. And I was 100% into this. I was not a person that sewed, but I sewed my own elf costume so that I could go stand in line for the first Lord of the Rings movie when it came out. So it was not a good costume.
The only
That's
Lord
so
of the
cute.
Rings, the only Lord of the Rings fanfic I ever read was one that was like really popular at the time, and it was like I don't know the exact title, but it was something like the Lord of the Rings Fan Fiction Academy or something like that. Like the whole thing was, it was fan fiction writers get sent to this like academy to write better Lord of the Rings fan fiction, and their instructors are like the characters of Lord of the Rings.
I love
Of course.
The main character falls in love with she loves Legolas, but then she gets there and she actually falls in love with Gimli.
Gimli.
Yes.
Okay.
It's so good.
Yes.
And it was like so popular at the time that there were a bunch of like spin-offs of like other fan fiction authors and other fandoms wrote like Harry Potter one, like ones like that where it's like fan fiction authors getting sent to this like writing
fan fiction
workshop.
of the fan fiction. Interesting. So meta.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Good times.
That reminded me, do you remember when we were just awful 13-year-olds, Emma, and we decided to get kicked off of that one really big fandom's really big forum?
Yes. It's like
Yeah.
the true teenage dirtbag.
Yeah. Yeah. Real teenage dirtbag moment there. Just
What did you
trolling the
do?
forums.
You were trolling?
Just trolled. Like,
We just trolled.
just trolled.
I don't remember but there was something that they did, like something they changed in their policies or something that we didn't
Yeah.
approve of. So we were like taking a
13-year-old
stand.
us.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but we were
Wow.
mad about something they did, and so we were like, "We're going to take a stand. We're going to get ourselves kicked off."
So edgy.
I stand by it.
We also created our own forum. at one
We
point.
did.
Wow.
Yes,
Turner.net,
Beatty's
I
first web design. Making that like tan forum web page.
Oh my gosh.
Very Tuscan inspired, just like all the homes at the time.
My God.
Everything was so beige in like the early
So beige.
2000s.
In our defense, the website was the Time Turner. So like it was like sand.
Yeah.
There was a reason
Yeah.
for the beige.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was it. Brooklyn Galaxy says, love potatoes. Potato
Same.
emoji.
Same.
Oh, man. Ooh, Bobby Joe Duncan. I think I will work on my story. I started out as a fanfic based around NSYNC in high school.
Yes.
Amazing. I didn't think about the NSYNC and Backstreet Boys fan fiction potential. Yes. Oh, man. Leslie says, so we're ready now. Yeah, sorry, that was really abrupt. But yes, I think so.
I'm done.
This is why I'm not completely sold on not doing sprints.
Done with this
Because
conversation.
this little transition feels a little weird to me now.
Joe Catherine said I'm reading fanfic now. I was reading fanfic for a lot of this morning, like just lazing around in bed. And unfortunately I did that too long and now I have to work and I'm sad about it.
No.
I wish I could be reading fanfic right now.
Yeah, I have to do edits. Not happy about it.
just wanted to say a quick hello to people who've joined us late. Hi to Shauner and Precious. Welcome. Shauner's tinkering with Scrivener instead of writing. Should be writing, though. And Precious is planning the second episode of a screenplay.
Nice.
How's everyone else doing?
Looking at Pinterest when I should be writing.
I spent like 10 minutes customizing my Bitmoji because I wanted my Bitmoji on my Google Slides for class. So that's like still like lesson planning and
Very
like,
important.
related, right?
In a fun little plot twist, I did neither the rom-com nor the flash fiction. I'm working on my next project spoiler chapter.
Everyone's working so much, but I'm looking in the comments here and seeing that Joe Catherine is working on Bat Fam Fix It Fix. And the Bat Family happens to be like one of my favorite fandoms. I'm curious, Joe Catherine, if you would like to share what is being fixed in the fix. Just curious about that.
I moved to just chaos writing by hand, trying to figure out where I'm going with this rom-com. It started with just the heading, like ways I could make Milo miserable, just like what would just ruin his day.
His day seems pretty easy to ruin. I feel like that's gonna
be truly like he wakes up and the house smells a little funny, and it's like the day's a wash.
A fragile writer indeed.
But I think I'm coming up with some good stuff. Joe Catherine said everyone gets therapy.
You know, I love that for them.
A good general motto.
I recently discovered all of the like Bat Family animated films on HBO Max. There are a surprising number of them. None of them have enough Barbara Gordon in them for my personal taste, but I'm gonna watch them all anyway, probably.
Who does the Bat Family include?
Oh, who doesn't it include? Superman. But
everyone but
so
Superman.
Yeah, so like in the comics, Batman, like for like many years, he had like his sidekick Robin, who was Dick Grayson. And you've started me on this topic, and you're just gonna have to listen to me talk about it.
I'm ready.
So like eventually Dick Grayson, like, and comic timelines are always weird anyway, but so Dick Grayson grows up, becomes kind of his own superhero. Batman gets another Robin, who fans hated so much that they like had this like comic where he ends on a cliffhanger about to die, and they let fans vote on whether or not he actually dies, and they vote to kill him. He comes back from the dead eventually as a like anti-hero because it's comics. Then he gets like this third one, and then like this kid shows up who's like his love child from an like assassin. So anyway, long story short, a lot of characters going on here. There's also like some awesome like female superheroes kind of coming in and out of this. Batgirl's there. It's like Batman has been published since like the end of the 30s, the 40s, a long time. So he's acquired like a pretty large accumulation of people who hang out around him. And
nice.
I don't even care that much about Batman, but some of the supporting characters in his circle are some of my like all-time favorite comic book characters. So
that's awesome.
Is there something on Webtoons that I'm not reading? Huh, I didn't even know about this. Yeah, stuff on Webtoons. I'm gonna check that out.
I have Webtoon. How's everyone feeling about their productivity this evening as we approach wrapping up time?
Better.
Pretty good. I actually got a lot done.
Good.
I didn't get a lot done, but I pushed through a section, not a chapter, a section, and that's that.
Did we make good reading progress, Emma? You're muted.
I'm like 180 pages in. There are 464 pages.
Nice. Oh, well, it's been a little over an hour, so I think we'll probably wrap this up. Joe Catherine said, I've discovered that I'm not built to write horror. Chandler said, I'm using Hemingway app to check for any passive voice. That's cool. I don't know anything about that app. Oh, this is awesome. It looks a lot like Pro Writing Aid. That's the one I'm familiar with. So yeah, next week we're going to be here with a read-in. Going to be reading some books. It's all creative productivity this month. So yeah, next week we'll be here. We'll be reading. So we hope you will join us then. You can like and subscribe if you like this and want to be subscribed to our content. But if not, we're here every Sunday, 8 Eastern time. Yeah, any last minute things, anyone? Okay.
Good job, everybody.
Great work, everyone. Thanks for being here. Bye.